For as cool and calm as he typically carries himself, unbeaten Terence Crawford came out of his shell just enough during Thursday's final news conference, hammering home his final point with an extra amount of virility while staring across from WBO welterweight champion Jeff Horn. "Listen, I'm not Manny Pacquiao," Crawford said. "Bigger, I'm stronger, I'm in my prime, and that's going to show on Saturday. A lot of people are comparing how he pushed around Pacquiao, but Pacquiao is 5'5". That's not me. Respect box." Subscribe to my podcast, In This Corner with Brian Campbell, where we take an in-depth look at the world of boxing each week. Crawford, 32-0, 23 KOs, who became the first junior welterweight to unify all four recognized titles last year, will make his welterweight debut on Saturday against Horn, 1-8-0-1, 12 KOs, at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. ESPN, 9:30 p.m. ET. The majority of talk during fight week from Horn's team, who are among the minority who believe he can pull off a second straight monumental upset, surrounded how well his difficult, broken rhythm pressure style was for the 38-year-old Pacquiao to pick up on during Horn's disputed decision win last July. Crawford's immediate response about how he, as arguably the pound-for-pound best boxer in the sport, is simply another challenge altogether than the faded Filipino legend, seemed to echo the opinion of most, which includes everyone from Vegas odds makers to the American media. The only one who doesn't seem to have got the memo is the 30-year-old Horn, a native of Australia, who has become boxing's new Rocky story after a meteoric rise from school teacher to world champion. "I'm surprised I'm as big of an underdog as I am for the fight," Horn said. "I'm not surprised that I am the underdog. Terence is a great fighter and wiped out the light welterweight division, and that was a tough division. I know Terence has put on the size and is going to be a nice, strong welterweight, and I can't wait to get in there to prove the doubters wrong. I know what everyone thinks. I've heard it before that I'm a chump and a fraud of the welterweight division, and I'm just there to prove everyone wrong, to pull the upset." Of course, Horn will need to find a way to slow down the slick and powerful Crawford by using his frenetic, and sometimes dirty, style that proved so much trouble for Pacquiao. He will also need to turn it into a brawl, which is something Crawford said he's more than prepared for. He doesn't just have to rely on will. He's a very confident and skillful boxer, Horn's trainer Glenn Rushton said. Yes, his style may not be the silky smooth style we see from the very classy Terence Crawford, but Rocky Marciano wasn't that silky or smooth either, and look at his record. He was very effective, he had a great chin, and he could hit like a mule. So can Jeff Horn. He has a great will, and if it comes down to a battle of spirits, I back Jeff's spirit. Diction. What's that saying again? There are levels to this. Horn's underdog story has been a heartwarming one, and there's little doubt that the same chin, resolve and fighting spirit he needed to rely on in order to outlast Pacquiao could be considered elite. But taking home a disputed hometown decision against an aging fighter is simply a different challenge from the one facing Horn on Saturday. Crawford is being lauded, along with Vasily Lomachenko, Errol Spence Jr. and Mikey Garcia, as maybe the fighter most capable of taking the baton from Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather and carrying boxing into its next era. Along with his incredible skills as a boxer, able to switch stances and rely on his speed and length, Crawford also has a nasty edge which has helped him become such a dangerous finisher. Outside of the unlikely chance that Horn's size becomes a problem and Crawford somehow doesn't carry his punching power up to a new division, it's incredibly difficult to concoct a scenario in which anything Horn can do will slow Crawford down. The more Horn pressures forward, even with his unconventional style, the more he opens himself up to punishing counter shots. And even if he finds a way to score on the inside by crowding Crawford in spurts, Bud has proven time and again he can command distance with his jab and box his way to a boring victory should he need to depend on those skills. Ultimately, the same warrior spirit that helped Horn overcome the odds and survive a hellacious ninth round against Pacquiao will prove to be his undoing against a counter-puncher as surgically efficient as Crawford. Expect Horn to press and press, leaving no stone unturned in his hope of breaking Crawford's will. He will also finish the fight looking up at the lights as a result. It will be Mayweather-Ricky Hatton, all over again. Pick Crawford via KO8.